Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Look, man, Bivol versus Beterbiev. It's on the horizon. It's coming. The deal's already been signed to take place in Saudi Arabia in the next coming months. Now, I personally think Bivol versus Beterbiev, it's kind of going to be similar to Mayweather versus Maidana as far as what Bivol needs to do to defeat Beterbiev. Because what you got here is the guy who can cut off the ring effectively, right? Which is Beterbiev. And Maidana was able to cut off the ring pretty good too against Floyd. You got a heavy-handed fighter who was considered freakish power in Beterbiev. Maidana is someone else. When they talk about him, they say he has freakish power. Okay? If those guys hit you, they will hurt you and knock you out, which both have shown they've been able to do that in fights. Especially, it's not just about landing the one shot. The one shot can hurt you, but if they can continue touching you up, you're in trouble. And that's what you see with Beterbiev in his fights. Once he hits a guy, they don't respond very well. And then once they get hurt, they tend to kind of withdraw and end up on the ropes. And he just starts to let his hands go. Maidana was the same way. And both of them throw, now don't get me wrong, Beterbiev is more skilled, in my opinion. But Maidana came a long way underneath Robert Garcia. But they don't just throw your typical straight shots. They will loop them, they'll throw them over, coming from the top, coming from different angles. Even when they're throwing straight shots, maybe 6, boom, 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 they'll step out to the side on an angle and then continue to throw. So they get into blind spots where you can't see the shots coming. But for Bivol to beat Beterbiev, it's going to be like what Mayweather had to do, because Mayweather was in trouble in that first fight. He was trying to basically be on the ropes and absorb punches. But Maidana was doing to Mayweather what I just described, is hitting him with shots from all over the place, all kind of angles. And he fought dirty. I think Beterbiev does what he has to do to win. I was watching him fight last night. He doesn't care. It's a fight. It's a mashup crasher. If he pushes, takes his forearm and shoves you in the face and then lets go of the right hand to the body, whatever he has to do to get the win, he doesn't care. It's a fight, and the referee has a job to do, and he's going to make sure to keep the referee honest. He's not necessarily trying to hit you with an elbow and beat Tyson Fury in the goddamn ring, but he's there to fight. But what Mayweather was able to do is kind of like what Bivol was able to do with Canelo. You're talking about the masters of range, the masters of distance. These guys are the masters of timing. And Mayweather used to be, but he actually changed from being a combination puncher, a guy who could throw in volume if he wanted, to being very selective, very, very accurate, very intelligent with his offense. Bivol is a guy who will let his hands go and punches in combination. And this is what I think Bivol's going to need to do, is control the distance, control the range, and let his hands go. Because Beterbiev, what we see with Beterbiev, if you can't hurt him, then you're in trouble. Then you are in trouble. And the thing is, if you start to fatigue, you are in trouble. People, when they talk about Mayweather and Maidana, oh, Floyd lost the first fight. And then somebody said, well, Floyd got tired. Hold your horses, let's not take it to the stupid. When have you ever seen Floyd Mayweather tired in a fight? That's not true at all. Floyd was picking it up at the later rounds. Okay? But what I am going to tell you with Floyd, he happened to throw 426 shots and Maidana threw 858. Maidana damn near doubled Floyd's output. But Floyd ended up landing 230 and Maidana only threw 221. So that just lets you know Maidana was just letting his hands go. Floyd was being more selective and he was definitely more accurate. Power punches, Floyd threw 274, landed 178. Maidana threw 540, landed 185. But the thing about that, although Floyd won, I don't think Bivol can afford to let Beterbiev, like Maidana did to Mayweather, outthrow him by twice the amount he's putting out. And you definitely can't let Bivol like Maidana did to Mayweather, you can't let him land almost the same. You can't let him land more power punches. You just can't do that. Beterbiev hits too hard, way too hard. So I see some people already picking sides. Well, Bivol's going to lose. He can't beat Beterbiev. Other people saying Beterbiev is going to lose. He's into a master boxer. He doesn't stand a chance. He's too old. Not that I got to say, in the most respectful way, that you hold your horses and don't take it to the stupid. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen on that night. The boxer who fights the best is going to win. Simple. Do I think Bivol has a chance to win? Of course. You don't, with all the accolades from the Olympics, accolades as a professional fighter, you just don't get in the ring and say, oh, now he's going to lose. No, he has everything it takes to get in there, make the right assessments, make the right adjustments, and box himself round by round, and box himself to a decision. But at the same time, when you got this monster in there, Beterbiev has everything it takes. And the one quality Beterbiev has, that's a problem for anyone he gets in the ring with. You know what that man fights with? From the first second of the first round to whenever the fight ends, he fights with self-confidence. So Beterbiev knows when he hits people, he hurts people. And once you know what your strengths are, and those things or that one thing have gotten you to the point you're at, you know what you do? You go into the next fight and you continue to employ those things. You don't come and set that aside and try to do something different. So I think for Bivol, what he needs to do is what he's always done. Control the distance, control the range, timing, counterpunching, rolling out on angles, and just being a master at ring generalship. For Beterbiev, stepping with you. And that's what Beterbiev had. That cutting the ring off and touching his opponent up. That's Beterbiev, 100%. You watch him. You step to the left, he's stepping with you. Right? He's stepping with you. And what happens is it reduces your space to move around in the ring. And it puts pressure on you, mental pressure on you. You see? Bivol is a guy who needs that whole ring to go to work. He needs that whole ring to go to work. And Beterbiev is not going to let him do that. Now, Bivol's such a brilliant fighter that he's going to be able to avoid some of those traps that Beterbiev is setting. But if Bivol got hurt by somebody. I don't know if it was Joe Smith or who it was, or somebody hit Bivol, and Bivol was dancing salsa heading back to his corner. Another 15 seconds in that fight, kind of like Devin Haney when he fought Linares. Another 15 seconds, he would have got knocked out. Another 15 seconds, Bivol would have got knocked out. He was that hurt. So if he gets in there and for some reason gets hit with one of those Beterbiev bombs, you know, Bivol could take his first loss. But again, when you look at what Mayweather has been able to do to guys who are bigger than him, guys who hit hard, just by being smart, intelligent, controlling the distance, controlling the range, being very intelligent with his punch selection, and just making sure to hit and not get hit and know when to tie up. I think Bivol can do it. But Bivol hasn't shown me that he's the kind of guy to tie somebody up. You see, Mayweather had a lot of intangibles. He knew just what to do, when to do it. And for the things that Bivol does well, he knows what to do and when to do it. But this is the problem. I don't think Bivol will be able to effectively and to be successful in trying to clinch Beterbiev. They say Beterbiev is not just that he hits hard. They say he's strong. They say he's physically strong. They say he's just a strong man. They say he's no joke. But that being said, Beterbiev, he did what I thought he would do last night to Callum Smith. I wasn't surprised. You see, when he's coming at you, he's stepping to you. He's cutting the ring off. He's letting his hands go. You got the problem with Callum Smith. He couldn't set his feet. You know, Callum Smith can fight. He's strong. But you can't get that leverage on your shots when you can't set your feet. Because once you throw, you're opening up. But he already felt that power. So he's half committing to his shots. And that's why with Beterbiev is just right there on you. Whatever you throw, he's just still coming and chopping you down. I think everybody knew that Callum Smith was going to lose that fight. I don't see how anybody thought he was going to win. I like how they were showing the highlight of Callum Smith hitting somebody with a right hand and the guy sees it in the ring. That's what you're supposed to do. Market the fight, promote your fighter. But anybody with any sense knew that he didn't stand a chance. Canalito from Guadalajara, Jalisco, he couldn't even do the business. And he got the win. So you knew what Beterbiev was going to do. So as far as all this talk about, hey, they need to make Canelo Beterbiev, you got to hold your horses. Canelo wants nothing to do with no damn Beterbiev. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody does. Shit, I'd even be willing to say Usyk doesn't. Because you know Beterbiev hurt Usyk in the amateurs. So this thing with Beterbiev being on pads and he's a cheat and he's a this, let me tell you something, he's been hurting people since the amateurs. So he's just one of those guys that has a freakish power. I do think it's a little suspect, you know, when somebody comes with elevated HGH levels, atypical fighting. It's all bullshit. Secret society in full effect. They ain't gonna sit there and blow the big money fight. The Saudis wanted to happen. Eddie Hearn knew what he was doing. It's just all crap, people. Y'all already know. If y'all sitting out here questioning me when I talk about the secret society, y'all in too deep. Y'all seeing for yourself all the crap I've been talking about for almost 2 years. It's right there in your face. I'm not making it up. But that being said, Bivol versus Beterbiev, I think it's going to be like Mayweather Maidana, where Bivol's going to have to figure out the range, the distance, and to control it, to keep that animal off of him, because Beterbiev is coming. And I want to make sure I'm crystal clear when I say this. Beterbiev is more skilled than Maidana, but they both have that self-belief and confidence, that freakish power, and they're coming to chop you down. That being said, y'all keep cool. Can't wait to see this Bivol Beterbiev fight take place. Amazing, amazing fight that we're going to get here in the next couple months. I don't have a prediction on that fight. But Bivol has the engine, the work rate, the intelligence, the arm length to box himself to a decision. But Beterbiev has the IQ, the strength, the power, the confidence, and the ability to cut off the ring like he's done with every one of his other fighters, and eventually get close enough to start dropping them bombs on you and end up getting a knockout. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.